Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
Hi, this is Jeff Johnson. You are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Oh, nice. There you go. Nice.
What's Ray trying to raise the dead or something? What's going on here?
W, do Ray's doing it.
Oh, okay. I thought his favorite team won again.
Oh.
By my favorite team, I mean Marvel Snap. Anyway, kids, welcome back. It's been a while. Welcome back to another episode of WonderCast, or as we like to call it here, the Old Man's Club. All right, I am Phil. Joining me, as always, who could it be? It is the Ionic Biscuit himself. Yes. And it is the Old Man's Club because we have our official grandfather himself, Mr. Will Allred.
Congratulations to you, Will.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yes, Will. And
Thanks.
the former king of podcasting, now just another lost soul to the Marvel Snap and Batman fandom. It is Ray.
I am super. I'm ionized. My eyes are red. I feel like almost like taking off. I'm excited.
Your eyes
He's
are
crackling with energy.
Oh, no, I was going to say his eyes are red from playing Marvel Snap all night. Come on.
Champions.
Take a drink, Lilith. All right. So, yes, we're going to, this is a kind of like a twofer here because, yes, not only is this a Wonder Man story we're covering tonight, but it's an issue of What If, nice little timing here because What If's going to be dropping here soon. I think it's in December. Yeah.
Yeah, sometime in December.
So.
Well, and before we get started, I think Justin has some pretty great info for us coming up about some collections.
Collections, yeah.
Yes.
Wonder Man collections.
Yes,
yeah.
I was looking over earlier today because I know that we have that omnibus coming out next year, which is going to be it's in December. It's this month. But as I was looking at that, I noticed that it looks like in March of next year we have two other collections coming out. On the 12th, we have Marvelverse Wonder Man, which listen to the solicit for this. This is interesting. Learn more about Wonder Man, the energy-powered Avenger who doubles as a movie star, before and after the release of the Disney Plus series. Few heroes in the Marvelverse are more wondrous than Wonder Man, and none is a bigger draw at the box office. Get to know Simon Williams, blah, blah, blah. And this collects Avengers number 9, Wonder Man number 1 from 1986, West Coast Avengers number 25, and Avengers from 1998, the later run, number 14. So it's only, 4 issues?
Very sporadic. Yeah.
Very strange. Yeah. So I thought that was kind of strange.
So is it not? Well, I was going to say, I guess it could be a small trade, or is it just going to be like a thick, oversized like comic with just 4 reprints in it or something?
It looks like it's only $6 to.
Oh yeah, that's a regular
comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not bad though for these days. You get basically 4 issues for $6.
Pick it up for $1. Yeah.
Hey, and Avengers 14 is George Perez.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
another good reason to get that.
That's worth
sure.
That's worth the price alone.
Yeah.
Wait, so they're putting it out. I wonder if it's just if they didn't have the scheduling down, or is that series supposed to be dropping then soon, like around that time? You said what?
I
March?
don't know because March. That's going to be March.
I mean, or maybe it was originally supposed to drop, but again with the writer's strike, 12th. A lot of stuff it might be delayed, like everything else.
Possibly.
Did you guys see what Phil just did there? Do you see what he just did? I wonder.
No.
King of the puns!
Come on, Phil.
Right over the head.
Come on.
I don't know, man. They're sitting low in their seats because that went right over their head.
Except for Will.
Exactly.
Yeah, Will got it.
I spend too much time with Phil. That's
I learned it from watching you. I'm just trying to look here to see if it was if there was a date for the Wonder Man series.
Yeah, I haven't seen any news about that because I was looking for that too earlier.
Okay.
It was on and off. It was
Yeah, of course. In late, the filming or production was shut down in late May due to the strike. Filming is expected to resume after late November 2023. So if they haven't started filming again, they should be here anytime now.
Okay.
But yeah, no
so
dates.
they had started filming? They had started?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Filming began. They must have just started because it said it began in early April, but then they had to shut down in late May. So,
okay.
They got a little bit done at least.
Yeah,
that's good.
But yeah, no date yet. But it's saying it's expected to debut on Disney Plus. It's intended to consist of 10 episodes.
Ooh, generous.
Is this a new thing? It says it will be released under the Marvel Spotlight banner.
Yeah. So that actually. Oh, I'm surprised. I thought we maybe talked about this, Phil. Marvel Spotlight's a new banner that veers away from anything cosmic. So Echo will be it. It's kind of like trying to.
I wonder if Daredevil Born Again is going to be under there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a ploy by Marvel. So some people are a bit. That are deterred, if it's all connected and you have to watch all these movies and you have to know what's happening with Thanos in outer space. So Marvel Spotlight gives you that opportunity that they're kind of like standalone. A bit more grounded as well. So
that's smart. They could have put Moon Knight in that and
yeah.
I love that.
Exactly.
I love that.
Oh yeah, has there any word on a Moon Knight season? Aren't they working on Moon Knight season 2, Ray? Or
no, there was an article out. I think Noel posted it out, but that was just again pure speculation. No talk. I think it's. I'm pretty settled on the fact it's like a one and done. I think Oscar Isaac's happy with just having this nice little story and keeping it open. That's probably it.
Or just drop him in an Avengers movie. And next time we get an Avengers movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
So,
yeah.
Let's get a West Coast Avengers.
Yes, I want to see that next. I want to see that next.
Heading towards there. Come on, Tiger. Come on.
Of course. Ray's mind always goes to one place.
Sex on the mind.
All right. So all those collections are coming.
There's another collection too. In March the 26th. This one's a bit of a bigger one. Wonder Man: The Saga of Simon Williams.
Oh, it sounds big.
And this one collects again Avengers number 9, but also number 152 and 153.
Okay.
Wonder Man from 1986, number 1 again.
Oh.
And also Tales of the Marvels, Wonder Years, number 1 and 2.
Oh, okay.
Which I don't remember those issues. I wonder if you guys remember.
No.
I think they had acetate covers, and they were that painted style like Marvel's.
Oh.
It wasn't by Alex Ross though. It was painted by. I'll have to look it up. I can't remember.
I remember seeing
two-issue Prestige.
I remember seeing them, but never. I don't think I ever read them. So yeah, we should cover that someday.
We should. I don't remember those at all. Yeah.
Hello, Russell.
Hey, Russell.
A whole lot of O-ring.
Hey, Russell.
Get it? A whole. Hello, Noel. O-ring in the new year.
Oh, nothing like an O-ring in the new year.
There's a drop.
It also collects the Avengers 2 miniseries that we covered on the last episode, Wonder Man and the Beast. The Wonder Man 5-issue miniseries from 2006.
Oh,
and
Peter David
material from Avengers Annual number 6.
Okay.
Well, it sounds like that show's coming eventually here because I don't think they'd be putting out all this material if it wasn't.
Yeah, I wonder if these, because I just saw these 2 collections today listed on this site. I wonder if I wonder if they're going to get.
Is that why that shirt's open? Is that why Ray trying to look like Magnum PI down there or something?
Really, it's nice and balmy here. I love it. Got my convertible, Yeah, sorry, Justin, you were saying.
Oh, that's okay. No, I wonder if these are going to get delayed and try to time them in time with the release of the series when that gets closer to the release date. Yeah.
Well, also notable difference. No 90s Wonder Man issues again.
Wow. Yeah, because of the writer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's the Kyle Rayner collection coming out, which basically collects a whole bunch of stuff other than his stuff.
Yeah, gosh, wow.
Yeah, this is going to keep on going like that, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Wow, Russell, are you actually getting deep here? Since the year is winding down, I just wanted to say you all are great. Well, thank you. We know. And thank you all Russell. For the parts you played in my podcast journey. So
we love you, Russell.
Yes, Russell.
Howdy, y'all! Cool. Love you, Russell. No, thank you. That's great. Yeah. It's been fantastic.
Yeah.
With Russell.
Yes, that was Russell. Yes.
No.
You may know him for such hits as
I spend too much money on tobacco and Mountain Dew.
I love those new drops.
Oh yeah, they're great. All right, should we get to what if number 5 or
or
as some people call it,
the greatest comic of all time?
Come on. Surely not.
No!
I didn't hate it. It was just like, come on, it's not like it. It's not like a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Just go with the gag, Ray. Come on, did you forget?
How
much? Oh my God! I know you haven't podcasted in a while, but how much brain damage did that Marvel Snap do?
Oh no!
That's the new Batman, Ray. Marvel Snap.
Just about half an hour ago, as well, Phil.
Who'd you beat?
Spider-Woman. Spider-Woman versus the Collector. I managed to escape the clutches. I lost 3 times before. He was a very hard guy to beat. So I'm very happy I beat him today.
Very nice.
Everybody, that's Marvel Champion, Champions.
Yeah, that's what I said. Marvel Snap, yeah. He's hard to beat, so the Collector is
the hard master.
Okay.
He is the hard master. He is.
All right, I'll read the credits here, but there's no synopsis for this issue. But again, we can break this down panel by panel because it's only the one issue, and there's a lot of gold in this thing. All right, what if Volume 2, Number 5 from November 1989, and they knew what they had on their hands. It's 1989. They're already charging $1.25 for this thing.
Oh,
yeah. Crazy.
What I love how it's like most of the issue is like, what if Wonder Man had lived? But what gets the big title on the front? You know, the biggest title on the front. What if the Vision had destroyed the Avengers, which happens in the last couple of pages?
Yeah,
and then just in the little bottom corner, what if Wonder Man had lived?
Yeah, it's so weird because that didn't happen sequentially. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Like
and again, most of it is the Wonder Man stuff. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens on the cover happens at the very end of the issue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Spoilers. Big spoiler on there.
Justin.
All right. Someone's getting paid. Writer and penciler Jim Valentino.
That's
money.
what I recognize. I recognize that. Okay.
Yep.
You did okay.
Writes and pencils, yes.
The pencils.
Yeah,
that definitely.
Inker Sam De La Rosa, colorist Tom Vincent, letterer Ken Lopez, and editor Craig Anderson. So I'd say Jim Valentino is probably the most well-known guy on this, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, this was right before he left with the other Image founders to go form Image, right? So he was probably working on, I guess, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy, I think was
which was a really fun book. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved that one. Yeah,
that was my Guardians before the Abnett and Manning one. So
me too. Yeah.
Who? Oh no, I'm sorry. That's Star-Lord. Who? All right.
Who?
Yes, and we never come back to this alternate Earth, but yes, according to this is Earth 9916. So.
Okay.
Okay.
One thing about this issue, before we really dive into it, it cemented something that I guess I kind of always thought. But the Avengers really were, in the 80s, kind of the core of the Marvel universe, because everything, fanned out from them. They were connected to the mutants. They were connected to the street level. They were connected to everybody was there, because they were connected to somehow to the Avengers in some way. They were the kind of the everything orbited around them. They were the
nucleus.
Powerhouses.
Yeah.
They were the nucleus of the Marvel universe. And this really kind of brought that back to me. Like, yeah, that's the way it used to be. Now get off my lawn.
It also reminded me, too, of how small the roster of the Avengers used to be, even just 30-some-odd years ago, looking at this story, which admittedly is at an earlier decade in the Avengers history when the roster was a lot smaller. But even then, it just seemed like the membership was a lot fewer to choose from as far as heroes to swap in and out.
Yeah. And it just reminded me also as well, I mean, of this era, how kind of focused it was for the Avengers to kind of announce their team and to keep a strict kind of number. And you had those media conferences as well, which I found really funny.
Yeah.
It was very much kind of the Avengers back then. It was kind of like so, I don't know. It was very like teenagey thinking kind of thing, but they, these are full-on superheroes going in front of a press conference saying, "Look, these are the new members, everybody," and
check them out.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Well, that was technically that was kind of like the first big roster change. So I guess they were just like, it's like when your favorite band gets the new members for the first time or something. So it's like, this is the new guys
to a press conference. Yeah.
Well, because I can't think of I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ray.
Oh no, I was just about to say I can't think of really many other instances. There was a little bit, like just a very little bit tangential in Civil War when you went in front of the press and they revealed Spider-Man. But yeah, I can't really think of anything that really sticks out in more modern comics where they keep on doing that. X Factor, Peter David, they did that.
Oh yeah,
that's true. That was pretty fun.
They were on TV a lot.
Yeah,
it seemed like they were anyway.
And that damn Grey Poupon jar.
Yeah, we really get kind of a greatest hits tour of the first 57 issues of the Avengers, right? We get Wonder Man's first appearance in number 9. We get Cap's kooky quartet, or in this case, quintet.
Yeah.
We get Hercules.
Hercules!
Yeah.
I know.
And we, it's really kind of I've read those issues. Okay, this is how they're doing that. I mean, but it's such a small kind of focused segment of that really compressed Avengers history, into that first, it's really only covers about 40 issues. And, if we've done What If, we've all read What If before, sometimes it sweeps years. I mean, if you look at,
decades,
one thing changes and then it spins out decades, and this one was really compact and compressed, just on, hey, this is how we get from Wonder Man not dying to him becoming the Vision. Spoilers. So, it was, I thought it was really cool.
I mean, it's pretty tame by some issues of What If standards. I mean, there's a handful of deaths as compared to, the whole planet or whatever. And it's like, pretty much at the end of the day, it's like, again, spoilers, but it's like, we're almost where we're at in the regular 616. It's like his brain gets plugged into the Vision's body, and Scarlet Witch is, with him. And
yeah, it was kind of like, it was a really, I found it compared to, some other What If issues, it was a very subtle What If, because, generally the What Ifs are huge, like big things, like what if, I don't know, what if Kraven killed Spider-Man or, something like that. I don't know. I can't remember.
How the Avengers, remember Justin and I covered What If the Avengers lost the Evolutionary War, basically the whole universe gets destroyed. And
that's huge. This is like a little tweak, like just what if he kind of survived, and I felt that more, if anything, like the end result, like as Will said, him instead of his brain pattern, well, his brain patterns do go into the Vision, but for a different reason. That had the kind of like the most kind of impact, and it was the biggest difference. Everything leading up to it, and the whole thing was very gradual, I found. So it was a strange What If for me in that sense.
Oh yeah, like I said, this is one of the most tame ones I think I've ever read. Yeah. But see, this originally was $1.25, but I think you're paying by the word, because I mean this is remember the days when you get a lot of text on a page, kids? I do.
Yeah.
Valentino, yeah.
And there's two parts to the story. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I always love like the Watcher intro where it gives you like the original history, and then it's like, well, but what if?
Yeah. I am the Watcher.
Yeah, it's good. It's such a important component of like what if, like having a Watu there as well. I found also like the crux for this issue also as well had to be Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, which I kind of it was. I don't know what did you guys think? It was very again, like they're not intrinsic. Scarlet Witch is, I guess. I was about to say that Quicksilver's not intrinsically involved in Wonder Man. It's not immediately apparent, this close relationship, but I do gather Scarlet Witch, Vision, of course. But it was weird having much of the premise centered around that. But yeah, did you find that weird? Or?
Their relationship and how he kind of, and this is cringy, kind of owns her, you know, she's my sister and I own her. And that was kind of cringy, you know, speaking 30 years in the future and after having just watched the Barbie movie. Smash the patriarchy, sorry.
There's a drop!
Well, I've got a granddaughter now, so I've got to smash the patriarchy.
Absolutely.
It was interesting. I mean, I think you're right. Making them the crux was kind of weird, and then how they dealt with it. And I found this really, really kind of just like mind blowing. Is that he didn't know that he killed his son, and then the daughter never knew she killed her father. It's just they never knew. I'm like, what the.
Yeah. Yes, because kids, spoilers, Magneto kills Quicksilver, and then Scarlet Witch kills Quicksilver, or Magneto, so it's like, I'm assuming since she's the only one left, they really don't look into that bloodline too much, so it's she never knows, that was the father.
And the other thing, this completely threw me off. It's like the swordsman comes in. Do you want me to join them? And
that was.
That was weird.
That's just
kind of shoehorned in there.
Two panels. It's like, do you want me to join? I ain't joining the Avengers. I ain't messing with Wonder Man. And Mandarin's like, okay, boom, and that's the last you see of the Mandarin. It's like, okay,
so you'll never get. He never brings the Celestial Madonna to the Avengers. Like, what the?
It's a chain of events, like a butterfly effect. You know, everything's like.
I think the most out of character thing we have in here is we have one panel of Doctor Doom thinking, I ain't gonna mess with them with Wonder Man. Doom's the guy's trying to steal everyone's power. Shouldn't he be like, oh man, there's some ionic power I could steal?
Ionic batteries galore, baby. I don't. And the part that I didn't like was Quicksilver going to Magneto and saying, "I hate the fact that my sister is shacking up with Wonder Man. I want you to kill him." Like that's stupid. That's ridiculous.
Mind-blowing.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, even for comic books, that's dumb.
It's apparently how they do it in Europe. I mean, that's what.
They're talking about. Wasn't it
the European customs?
Captain America talking about how they're old European country. Oh yeah, that old.
Ray's favorite
Game
panel.
Of Thrones, European country.
Whoa, yeah, Ray's favorite panel when Wonder Man asks Scarlet Witch to dinner, and she's like, "Oh, my brother." He's like, come on, it'll be a threesome."
Exactly. So come on, give us a chance to get to know one another a little bit better. What do you say? That's what he says. Like,
it's,
come on.
The connotation is there. It's there.
Yeah. Well, Quicksilver as not having a bar of it. Just immediately dispel that.
No. It's like, no, if I'm having a threesome with my sister, anyone, it's going to be with Captain America. Damn it.
Exactly. Well, it's funny as well. Like, these are just random thoughts now, just popping in my head. Wonder Man never really takes his costume off at all, even at the wedding. You know when he goes when he marries Scarlet Witch.
I know she wears a wedding gown and he's still in costume.
He's still in costume.
Yeah.
It's ionically bonded to his flesh.
Yeah, so maybe Quicksilver might have been of a different, mindset if he actually saw Simon's face or something. But
Simon is a human being. Yeah,
he's just covered up the whole
hero all the time.
I mean, I could see him wanting to maybe cover those eyes, but at least the sunglasses, something. But he wears that.
Exactly.
Yeah, his head's covered. The only time we kind of sort of get his face is like when the Watcher, in the title page when he's showing that shot of the West Coast Avengers.
Yes.
I was about to say. Well, I mean, so Valentino obviously, he's obviously aware of Wonder Man's other iterations. And what do you think is behind the choice of just keeping him in that one particular costume throughout the whole thing?
I think it's because of that compressed timeline, and that was really more
and is it too because he hasn't died
costume.
And because he hasn't died and come back?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense as well.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So there's no need to
It's all like, I'm the new Wonder Man, I've cheated death.
And another thing. Sorry,
go ahead, Ray.
No, please.
Well, so my thought was, okay, Hank Pym cures him.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean he's still human and not just ionic energy? I mean, because that cure wasn't a cure. I was curious about the I guess the physiology of his powers, because he never really becomes the Wonder Man that we kind of all know and really like, right? He's still just a strong guy, I guess. I mean, I was curious about that because it never really explained.
That's a good point.
Cured.
Yeah,
they don't talk about his powers very much.
Well, again, in '89, they really didn't get into he's made up of energy, and so, a lot of it. They didn't really get into that a lot. But it's like I mean, he got the cure and he didn't die. So does that mean he's still more human than energy?
And would that mean that his eyes are fine?
Yeah. I mean,
who knows? We never see his face except for the
we don't see underneath the
right.
visor. Yeah.
I mean, absolutely. Yeah, you're right. It reminded me. Well, of course, because first of all, he was known as Power Man, right? He had that experiment done, and he had powers like the superhuman powers. Mm-hmm. But it was because of the ionic kind of tainting that Zemo had. So that caused him to then shift and become ionic energy. And then
come back as a quote unquote zombie in Avengers 152, 153, right? Which they are going to be reprinted pretty soon, apparently, maybe or maybe not. I don't know.
I mean, even then, his power set, his power set shouldn't be that large. I mean, I think his initial powers weren't. I'm gonna just push the glasses up my. I'm being a real geek here.
Yes.
His initial powers weren't class 100. I don't think.
Yeah.
Yet they keep on calling him the powerhouse with Thor in this iteration, but he wouldn't be then if he's not got the ionic powers.
Yeah, that's interesting because he first appeared in Avengers number 9, and I don't think we had kind of the power creep that we would get once the heroes once we got to see their adventures in the 80s, right, in the 90s. So. All I can remember is my fist hit as strong as Thor's hammer, because I read it 18 billion times, after he came back from the dead. Yeah. But I think you're right, Ray. I don't know how strong
he would be. Yeah, he would be just adequately strong. Of course he'd be strong, but nowhere near Thor's level. So anyway, that's my nerdiness. But also another I think interesting thing about this, and I think again it's very subtle. Is, in our timeline with Wonder Man, how initially, at least, during the 80s and West Coast Avengers, he was kind of unsure of himself. Over here, he's straight away, because he didn't go through that process, he is absolutely confident, stands by Captain America, becomes the leader. So, I mean, that's a big, that's a nice change.
Well, wasn't the other thing too? It's like in the original timeline, he always had that fear of death and dying again and stuff. And here he doesn't have that, so it's
doesn't have it. He's kind of
So, and there's no drama with his brother either. There's nothing.
Because we get a different Grim Reaper, someone else's brother.
Some other brother. Yeah.
But his brother is the what was the brother's name? Eric, right?
Eric
wasn't plaguing him constantly, so
no, we don't even see Eric in this. Yeah, no.
Yeah. So that was nice.
Yeah, so I mean, the more we kind of discuss it, the more I like the little differences we do pick up and we do see in Simon. But yeah,
actually, there's another difference that I absolutely love. Hank Pym and the Wasp.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they live happily ever after.
Yeah,
Hank never becomes Goliath. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't get Avengers 214.
Right.
We don't even get Yellow Jacket. Yeah, no.
Skip that whole mess.
He was like, I was Ant-Man, Giant Man.
Yellow Jacket.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah, which is good. And again, it seems like Hank Pym still, for the most part, at least not until the end, is happy to just take the back seat and be the scientist. Be Dr. Pym. We don't see him to the levels of course, like the West Coast, where he, makes gadgets and stuff. But it was good. And Wasp coming back. I mean, yeah, it was good.
That was really good. Yeah, and we got to see him become Ant-Man at the very end.
Yeah.
Nice. And I think that was a little bit of a homage to him going inside the Vision, by Neil Adams.
Was that Avengers
during
93?
During the Kree Skrull War, I think. Yeah, in the night. Avengers number 89, 90, somewhere in there, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I couldn't help but think. I know it would cut the story short, but when he was in the Vision's body, I was just thinking, just enlarge, Hank. Just go for it.
Oh, yeah.
Just let's end it right now. You don't have to pull the wire. Just enlarge yourself. I mean, that right? He's super powerful. Get in there. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, how
I super compressed.
That might backfire.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, how durable is the Vision? You might hurt Hank Pym might hurt himself if he tries that.
Yeah. But also a really nice, I think another nice twist is, I mean, we're venturing into the main title of when the Vision defeats the Avengers of Ultron, putting himself because he doesn't need to put another brainwaves like Simon's brainwaves in there. Just puts his own. I mean, and that makes sense. Just do it yourself.
But I mean, at least that's like the original timeline. Hank Pym still creates Ultron and runs a.
That was cool to see again.
That little callback, that little piece with the original Ultron.
Oh yeah,
with the not the classic Ultron, but that weird.
He's like a round,
looking like a Dalek from Doctor Who.
Calling him Dada.
It's fantastic. We need to see more of that original Ultron. Damn it, we only got to see that for a couple panels, and then he changed to Ultron 1-2. We need more of that original model.
Yeah,
We
need some kind of miniseries. I don't think we've ever seen him evolve from like Ultron. The first 4 Ultrons, because it's like here's Ultron 1, he goes off, evolves himself, and Ultron 5 appears. That's like okay.
And
we haven't seen.
What did we get in West Coast Avengers? Was it Ultron
12?
10?
I think.
I think we got up to 13. I think we got up to 13 or so before they stopped counting.
Well, but 12 was the one that actually.
Oh, the one that what? Yeah.
I was like, hey, Dad, how you doing? I'm sorry, I was like a dick.
Yes.
Can we have a relationship now?
That's right.
But then during Acts of Vengeance, Doctor Doom rebuilds him as Ultron 13, so he's going to be a dick because Doctor Doom rebuilt him.
Yeah.
He's like, we're just going to remove that right now.
Let's throw that piece out.
And I know this is like we're trying to compress so much into this issue, but I'm like, there's no blowback or anything. No one's even questioning. Oh yeah, Scarlet Witch. Magneto. Yeah, he just killed Quicksilver. But I'm like, okay, so she just like killed a guy. Okay, there's no question. So there's no Guy Rick. There's nothing. No one's just like, okay, he's just a menace. Nothing.
Even Captain America's like, oh okay.
Coming, man.
Cap has no thoughts on this.
But that's a massive thing as well. Like Magneto, friggin' obliterated. So you think about the effects, after that to this universe, it's quite large.
And the description as well, it says a bolt which caused the master of magnetism to literally explode from within. Ending his presence on this world. Ooh. Maybe that's why they didn't give her a hard time about it. They looked at the mess afterwards and they're like,
Yeah.
All right.
I know. I was just
Are you
waiting.
going to argue?
I was just waiting for like one panel where like, oh, she was cleared of all charges. I'm like, but it's like, no,
No, yeah.
It's basically like, oh, she killed this guy, and then next page, oh, they're getting married.
They're getting married.
Yeah.
She buried her brother.
Time for a honeymoon.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, did anyone check out the guest list in the? I'm looking at the wedding now. I can see Spider-Man, Daredevil, Hercules, The Thing, Captain America. Oh yeah,
I see Nick Fury.
Iron Man still in his suit. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I think that's Doctor Strange, maybe by Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So yeah, nice.
I think that might be the X-Men in the back because they were there when the Magneto got killed.
Multiple man just at the back there, just
Oh yeah,
fill up the numbers.
kind of like a silhouette of heads behind all them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just fill up the numbers. Yeah. So that was that's really good.
But is that the weird timing too? I mean, I guess they don't say how much time's elapsed, but it's like they show her burying Quicksilver in the one panel, then the next panel they don't tell you how much time's passed, but she's still in mourning, and he's like, "Hey, how about we get married? How about we get married?"
Yeah, that was really weird. I thought he actually proposed. Didn't he propose at just outside the cemetery?
I don't know. That's it. Yeah, it's hard to tell, but
it looks like it. But you're right. It could be,
Yeah, I don't think because they were outside and then they show him come walking out of a door, so I don't think it was at the grave.
Right.
But it's blinking. You might think they did.
Yeah, it looks like it's at nighttime. Yeah.
Hey, he's like, that'd be funny. You said I'd marry your sister over your dead body. Well,
literally.
How
They have the wedding right at the gravesite.
How about yours and your father?
Oh, but we don't know that.
I love it.
Another big thing towards the end is Vision does his kind of intangible thing, but he kind of like rips out Simon's heart, and that's what kind of makes me believe because there's some sort of like emission coming from his chest. So you don't, contrasting with maybe that. I mean, since it's not red, maybe it's just some other sort of energy.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So, did he have a heart, or did Vision just kind of like the Vision just kind of like mess up that energy matrix or something?
Mess up his powers.
Although at the end, aren't they say he's having a heart attack or something? So,
Iron Man says it kind of looks like a heart attack. Right. I mean, it might not be. But the thing is, though, there's a little bit of just ambiguity whether or not he's just ionic energy or not. Just because of this, and despite what we just discussed earlier, so it's a bit strange.
I think part of the problem with this is they're condensing so much into so few pages, right? I mean, because we're getting 48 issues of Avengers, kind of, all collapsed into one with
in one issue
changes, in one issue, and I mean, it was kind of this headlong rush. Hey, he's alive. Go, right?
Run with
it. We're running.
It's like making a list of the highlights. It's like, I gotta hit this issue, hit this issue.
Yeah.
The highlight reel.
Yeah. But I mean, and this reminds you, it's like, the Vision, how powerful the Vision is. I mean, he tears through the Avengers. At one point, I mean, Ultron and Vision's bodies having a fist fight with Thor, Wonder Man, and Iron Man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't there a panel there where Simon is punching the crap out of Thor because the Vision is gone in tandem?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he sinks through the floor and just like
the old one.
Just as hard as Mjolnir, just as hard as your hammer. See?
I told you.
These bruisers, they're not very smart, are they? But,
sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say, lucky Hank Pym just had that Ant-Man helmet just sitting out, even though he hasn't been superhero for a while. Yeah, that
was convenient.
Yeah, no, but the Vision is pretty... Sorry, Justin.
Oh, that's okay. I love the panel where Thor gets pissed. He's like, "I've had it now," and he slams his head with both fists. It was great.
Yeah.
I always love it when Thor loses his temper.
Yeah. He's great. Thor's great. He's just like he goes in head first to anything.
He does get mad because that's when Vision, puts his hand through Wonder Man's chest. That's what angers Thor.
I just remember there's this really nice panel in, I think it's Avengers versus X-Men, and the Phoenix Force is kind of making its way, and everyone's really scared. And what does Thor do? He flies out into space, and he just hovers in front of it, getting ready to fight. I just think, what an awesome
goes right
dude.
out and meets it up. Yeah,
It's really good. Just another thing, just with the fighting as well. So you mentioned the battle with Vision. Again, nitpick time. Scarlet Witch using her hex bolts on the Vision, but he becomes intangible, so it doesn't affect him. I don't think that's how hex bolts work, right?
No, I was going to mention that. I'm glad you mentioned that, Ray, because I found fault with that too. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Oh, they only work on solid things? Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got to bolster my old man creds here for a second. When you said X-Men versus Avengers, I went, they didn't fight the Phoenix Force in X-Men.
The other one.
Nice one. Yeah.
The other one.
Nice pickup.
The one Ray was talking about was a black hole in Will's Avengers reading.
Yes.
Tremendous.
Yes.
I know. Is there a difference? Is that one's called AVX, right? Avengers versus X-Men. I wonder, was the other one X-Men versus Avengers, or that? No,
I think the first 80s, one was X-Men versus Avengers.
X-Men versus Avengers. Okay.
It was really all around bringing Magneto in.
Yeah.
And the Soviet super soldiers. Love that miniseries. God, it's so good.
Classic.
Yeah. Oh man, is this like a callback? I mean, it's not Hank Pym, but this time it's the Vision doing the slap.
Oh. Yeah. Well, he slaps the Wasp around too. It's like, yikes.
Yeah.
Is that an homage to Sal Buscema? one or the other.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How dare you, sir? Sal Buscema is not the open backhand. That's a full fist.
The right cross.
Right across the room. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
But it's so funny because I didn't check the credits, and when you did mention Phil Valentino, there were some panels that I just couldn't put my name to it, but I recognize the art so much, which is very much Valentino. There's one there of Hank's face. And I'm just thinking, this isn't 80s art. This seems more 90s to me. But this is early Valentino, but you can still see his style there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right before he started Guardians of the Galaxy, actually, because I thought that was 1990.
Yeah, so this is like the year before. Yeah.
It's changed. His art changed, evolved quite a bit. I think between then and
Well, like that panel on the last page, that's one of my favorites. When after they put Wonder Man's mind in the Vision's body.
That's great.
How cool a cape.
That's classic.
The draping. A little bit weird how they want to just show the carcass of Vision as a trophy in the Avengers Tower. Just put it up there. The villain that traumatized us all, and keep it there so we can see it every day.
We get re-traumatized every day.
Every day we walk by it.
There's a good chance.
The moment where he almost murdered all of us.
There's a good chance he just killed Wonder Man. Yeah, let's put him on display.
And I feel like Hank Pym walked in and went, how about no?
Gently to them.
I'm sure the Scarlet Witch would appreciate seeing that the body of the guy who murdered her husband every day.
Oh that's not going to bother her at all.
No. But I guess there's a reason why it had to be there, so Hank could come and say, "Look, we can use the body."
Yeah.
Oh, we can save it. We can put his mind in the body. We just destroyed it. Thor just pounded it to bits. We tried to stop Thor, but he just beat it with that hammer until he was in a million pieces.
Thor hit him so hard his head is coming out of his rectum now.
Okay. So we really don't see, we don't get any dialogue or anything. So, once again, in the original timeline, they used Ultron used the recording of the Vision, the Wonder Man's brain, and put it into the Vision. So once again, we're putting Wonder Man's mind into the Vision. So is this going to be is he going to be like the Vision we know, or is he going to be more mentally? Is he going to be more Simon Williams? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That he was going to have the personality of Simon in the Vision.
That's what I took from it.
Yeah. That's what I assumed, but yeah.
Yeah, I think you'd have to. Yeah, exactly. Slight difference because of the history of Simon in this era.
And is it because they're taking it right from his body instead of it just being like a recording?
A recording. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. What it did remind me also as well was that potentially Simon Williams's mind, like going into the Vision, is kind of like Spider-Man, Peter Parker losing Uncle Ben. It's like one of those moments in history that no matter how many iterations of the multiverse,
one of those fixed time things. Fixed moment. It has to happen.
I think that's pretty cool.
I
don't know
that.
if that's right or not.
Yeah. But I do like they remember the little details, like, you know, after Wonder Man goes down, like Iron Man picks him up, and it's like at this point the Avengers really didn't know each other's secret identities. So like Iron Man's like, I think I know what I know, but it's like, but there ain't no time to like beat around the bush. So he's like, Thor, we need Don Blake now.
Exactly.
Well, I just remembered that Valentino would write Simon again in the Guardians of the Galaxy of the future.
Hollywood,
yes,
Hollywood,
yeah,
that's right.
So I wonder if Wonder Man's one of his favorites, because because I was going to say,
I wouldn't mind a Valentino
the Vision
series.
The Vision, because the Vision became Mainframe.
Yeah,
Mainframe. That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Yeah,
yep, I forgot about that.
Mainframe. So he wrote both of those. Yeah, that's cool.
Maybe some leftover thoughts from after when he did this, like, because it's very close, as you say, Justin. 1990? So still in there.
So I wonder, does anyone know? Has there been any interviews or anything where it's like with this What If series, did writers just like pitch editorial and be like, did Valentino go and say, "Hey, I want to do this Wonder Man and Vision What If story"?
What do you reckon, Will?
I don't know. I mean, since it was such a rotating thing, my guess would be that the editors kind of came up with probably most of them, but then maybe they got approached as well. I mean,
maybe they just came up with a big list and they sent it out to everybody and said, "Okay, is anyone interested in anything on this list?"
Because because I mean, again, it's just totally assumption, but with editors, I'm thinking they kind of like monitor and make sure that timelines or conflicts don't happen. But What If's are very open, and I think it's such a open play box that you can just do anything. So I'd imagine, that maybe the editors go, "Look, just let us know what your thoughts are. Pitch it to a few writers. Let us know what you want to do, and and then they just go." So I don't think there's. I don't know. Again, we'll have to confirm this with Tom Brevoort, but we don't know.
But I think Will's right. I think they did come up with a list, because I mean the issue before this is what if that alien costume had taken over Spider-Man? The issue after this is what if X-Men lost Inferno? So
they're all over the place.
It is all over the place, and it's also, I think, kind of timely, because what was the first issue in this series was the Evolutionary War one, right?
Yep.
I mean, so they're doing kind of recent storylines, some recent and some classic. So this is kind of a
stuff that's happened since the last series. Oh yeah, because even like issue 2 is like, what if Daredevil killed the Kingpin during Born Again? Yeah.
I wonder what instigated this, because don't get me wrong, Wonder Man is great and Vision is great, but
it's not older than anything they had done in this series so far.
But like these characters, apart from like just the Avengers as a whole, these characters aren't your Spider-Mans or your X-Men's or your that would carry a What If. They make What If interesting, or your Hulks. What if Wolverine killed the Hulk or whatever? It's an interesting choice to choose Wonder Man and Vision.
Yeah, but we see who gets top billing on that cover, though.
Yeah, but I mean, Vision still was he wasn't a big thing.
I think he was popular with the readers, but I don't know.
What was the Vision and Scarlet Witch series going on at this time?
That could have been
12-issue series.
I think that was done. That was done by this point, but that had already happened. So
Okay.
I wonder if.
Oh, you wonder?
They timed this. I wonder if. I wonder if they timed this around the time when Vision Quest happened in Avengers West Coast, because I feel like that was 1989.
So Vision got a bit of love. He got a bit of love in the late 80s, 90s.
Yeah. Well, when John Byrne like completely rehauled him and bleached him basically and made him that.
Yeah.
He was never the Human Torch.
You're right.
Took out that one part that no, he's never had that. Sorry.
I
don't know
wonder
about
if
you,
this was around that time.
It could have been, yeah. It seems to be around this time that Vision, because he had that miniseries and stuff. I don't know about you, but like the White Vision was actually my first Vision when I started collecting comics. Cool. So I was really weirded out. I was like, oh, he looks so weird. He's all colorful, like Vision, because the whole idea of Vision, like it just works. Like he's a spectral kind of thing. You see him floating around. He's even in bare feet as well.
Yeah.
One moment.
But yes, no, Justin, you hit the nail on the head. Vision Quest started in West Coast Avengers 42, which was March 1989.
Oh, okay.
Ah, nice.
All right.
And I think Ray has a really good point. I think I like
tell him
the
that.
look of that pale Vision better. But the Vision had gone through so much character development from his first appearance to being married to the Scarlet Witch.
He had worked to become so human, and then Byrne just like...
And then it was erased.
We're going to go back to day one. Yeah, boom.
Yeah.
Those decades...
I mean, that white, spectral, like Ray said, that spectral design was really, really kind of cool,
It was cool. And it was a nice color contrast when him and the Scarlet Witch were together, that white, again, and the red together. It looked really cool. But... Yeah, I could see why a lot of people had problems with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because that was, and there was the original Vision and Scarlet Witch 4-issue series. Then there was the 12-issue series, which, as Wonder Man fans, I don't know that we possibly should talk about because of the costume he was wearing at the time.
Is that the Christmas? Is that the Christmas tree one?
The Christmas tree.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Ray. I was just saying how I completely agreed with you. That redesign of the Vision I thought was really, really good. I just hated that we lost all of his character development. It was thrown out the window as well.
Oh, no, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I could see how it would cause the ire of a lot of fans that did know the Vision prior, because in a lot of ways he was blunted by being turned into that. But yeah, I mean, like. I think maybe because I knew the Vision first as the White Vision, there's always a little special place for that, and I think again, like him being so eerie and it was very tropey, wasn't it? Like being the android and being very
cold
logical,
and emotionless.
Cold.
Yeah, it was very tropey. Yeah.
All right, I'm surprised no one brought this up, but the page where we get part 2 of the story. I mean, look at the shock and horror, at least you can't see Wonder Man or Hawkeye's faces, but you can tell they're just aghast because they can see up the Watcher's dresser.
Oh, yes. He's not wearing underwear, folks.
The horrors of space.
The redo of Avengers number 57 cover, right?
You may like to watch, but we don't.
I mean, to be fair though, Uatu hasn't neglected leg day. I mean,
I know.
That's true.
Yeah. He's buffing that picture, man.
Yeah.
He's roided up.
Them pectorals are any those pectorals are any bigger, I'd think he was drawn by Rob Liefeld, man. Jeez.
Exactly.
He's doing laps around the moon, no big thing.
But yeah, no, Uatu is always good to see. Yeah, I don't know. If there's anything else to add here, I mean, again, we see little bits of. They don't mention it, but I'm assuming he's got jetpacks on. You see Wonder Man flying as well.
Yeah.
I wanted to see more of the kooky little quintet with Cap, Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, Hawkeye, and Wonder Man. I thought it would be great for like a little mini series just to see that quintet and see what they got up to. That'd be so much fun.
I thought it would have been
everybody with their original costumes, Quicksilver with the old green costume, and Scarlet Witch with the full mask, the full headdress.
I
would just love to see a little miniseries that delved into.
That'd be good.
So much fun. Yeah.
I wanted to see more when Cap left, and it was basically Wonder Man in charge.
That would be cool too. Yeah,
there's a window there, like
that. Yeah. See him actually in a leadership role for once.
Yeah, because you could then play on that real kind of I'm confident, I'm a leader. How different it is. That would be quite good actually. And then at the same time, you have the simmering wonder kind of lusting for him, and Quicksilver, still pissed off. Also,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ray.
Oh, look, just a quick thing. I've got to say it, and Justin, I'm sure you're with me, with Russell. The lack of love for the Hulk as well, as the original, one of the original Avengers, never gets a look in, never gets a mention at all.
Not even a mention at all in this. Yep. Yeah, I mean, we could have had that whole scene with the Mandarin and the Swordsman cut out and have something.
Exactly.
I mean, at least a panel or two. I mean, give us a Wonder Man Hulk fight.
Yeah, just one for one panel. Yeah.
I'm starting to side with World War Hulk now, Justin. I'm starting to see where Hulk's coming from. I'm on Team Hulk here.
Okay.
I know a lot of this was retcon during, what I think we can all agree is the best Wonder Man series, right?
Yes.
With great art by Jeff Johnson.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
But, if we are to believe those retcons, then Simon did steal from his company, which is why he got in with Zemo in the first place. So I think this plot had to kind of move too fast to deal with any of that, but it would still be there if it was if that was the only point that the timeline diverged, means that he did steal from his company and
that's a great point.
all the things that we saw from his history that was. Sort of retcon, sort of not during the Wonder Man series.
I mean, if you went back and revisited this today and gave it a miniseries or something, I mean, you delve in and be like, yeah, maybe Eric comes back bitter because Eric, we didn't see Eric in this story because he was he was sitting in jail for this stuff that Simon did.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And maybe Simon just had rubbing shoulders with Captain America. Maybe he just silently. Really did change within, and that can explain why he was kind of a little corrupt before, and he's kind of straight edge now. I don't know.
And they could also do a subplot with the mutants that Magneto was chumming around with, getting mad that Scarlet Witch killed him. And
I was thinking about that because I mean, not even blaming the Scarlet Witch, but I mean, we only see him in one panel in the background next to Magneto, the Toad. I mean, he was obsessed with the Scarlet Witch. I mean, I could see him being like, okay, be like, you're going to be with me. I'm going to kill one. He's plotting to kill Wonder Man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Lots of potential for stories.
Yeah. No, Wonder Man's good. I'm glad that we're getting those collections coming out in March, and the omnibus, which should be out, and of course the TV show. Although the TV show will be a departure from the comics, but it would still be good to get that exposure for people to maybe go, oh, okay, I'll check out Wonder Man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. Oh, whenever that comes, we're gonna have to reconvene to cover some of that. So.
I just don't know what to expect. Are you talking about the TV show? I have no idea what to expect. I
don't either.
Especially if it's 10 episodes. That's
I mean, I don't know. Is it going to be Eric, like Eric Williams, or who's going to be the big bat?
I think they said didn't they cast Eric? I thought they cast.
Yeah, it was going to be Eric. Yeah,
it is Eric. Okay.
Yeah, I think they did cast him. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, is it loosely going to be the some of the plots from him being in LA and being a movie star? So maybe that would be a loose adaptation of.
I kind of think that because the character Trevor Slattery is going to be in the series, supposedly. So that's what made me think that he's going to be involved in some type of acting circles, some type of Hollywood circles, and gets involved with that. Yeah.
I mean, that was still touched upon when he was a West Coast Avenger as well. Again, we're touching. Yeah. We're kind of pointing towards West Coast Avengers, but we don't see as much of that as we do in the Jones Johnson series. So,
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's going to just be him trying to get movie roles and being a superhero, and he's like, all I want to do is star in the Cap musical,
Well, I just hope that there is I just hope there's a through line for the plot, and I just hope it just doesn't tread water and it being the sake of being, because it seems like it's going to be a lighthearted, maybe comedy. I don't know. I'm just hoping that we have there's a goal, by the end of episode 10, rather than just going around. Not that the MCU have done that before, but it's just so we've heard nothing, so I don't know what to expect. I don't know
exactly.
Yeah.
Again, they didn't get far before they had to shut down, so I think that might just be it, because it's still in the early stages, maybe.
Yeah, and they could be changing things too. Yeah, they could be rewriting scripts and changing things.
Oh yeah, because they did that with Daredevil. And they went back to the drawing board. Daredevil.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, imagine all that unwanted footage then, and what they've already done.
I know. Yeah, and what plot ideas that they had that they're throwing out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All that's already sitting on Lilith's hard drive. All right, boys. Any other thoughts on this?
No, I mean,
boys, old men. Any other thoughts on this?
Get off my lawn.
Just.
I mean, it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. I think I'm the youngest one here. That's pretty sad.
I'm just wondering, just in case anyone knows, what is the next appearance of Wonder Man after this issue? Like, do we know, or is it just like West Coast Avengers? Blah blah blah. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah, because I did look it up. I don't know if you heard, Ray. Yeah, Vision Quest in West Coast Avengers started a few months before this, so that's.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're either right in the burn run or right after the burn run at West Coast Avengers at this point. So.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So he was rocking the mullet at this point.
Oh, Ionic Mullet, the Wonder.
Ionic Mullet. That sounds like a show.
It cannot compare to the Electric Mullet.
Yeah, I know. But that could have been our branding. We could have had all the mullet shows. All the superhero mullet shows.
We'll have to do a crossover.
Ionic Mullet. Damn it. Yeah. All right. So, all right. Should we go? Because I know we're going to have like 15, 20 minutes of plugs. Most of those Justin. But wait, what is this?
Just because Ray's slacking.
Yes. Marvel Snap. Remember, kids,
Champions.
Probably coming in January. Yes, we're going to sit down and have the intervention. So. Is this breaking news, Noel? You guys, Henry Kissinger died. Everything is going to be okay now. There's your
breaking news.
There's your socialist rant. And we're not on Sony and Penny, but there's your socialist rant. Thank you, Noel. All right.
God, he must have been 112.
All right. So, yes, kids. I don't know when we'll have another WonderCast, but again, there's plenty of shows for you to listen to. But again, if you want another episode or send us suggestions, I mean, we're on social media. Again, you can always email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And again, you can find everything, episodes, social media, merchandise. The holidays are here. Buy some merchandise. Or subscribe to the Patreon. Again, it's a multiverse of Lilith Hellfires. All of them are drunk or high or whatever, but they're all angry.
No much fun listening to those shows. So, listeners, just do yourself a favor. Go become a Patreon member.
Yes.
Oh, I think it'll drop on Friday, I think. Me and Lilith already recorded the December one. It's like our like dream, if money was no object, what would we do with our money? So,
not bad idea.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
cool.
So imagine that, kids, Lilith Hellfire with unlimited funds. So find it all at tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. All right, Ray, besides Marvel Snap, where can people find you?
FFG Marvel Champions. You can find me on the social
AFK,
media.
is that what you said? AFK? Okay.
no, FFG. You can find me at RayRayPod. Sorry, just on social media platforms: Blue Sky, X, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, happy to have a chat. Happy to talk cards. Happy to talk strategy. Happy to talk comics, of course as well. Yes, and yeah, I love a chat. So just catch me there.
Couple of balls down the gob. Exciting times to be a pimp. It's a lot of meat.
And of course,
Batman, my favourite character. Into the Dark Knight, all to do with Batman. Still not. Will not.
It's like, no.
No.
All right.
No.
All right, Master of the Green Lantern Corps, Master of the Quantum Zone, Master of Kickstarter Comics and Podcasting, Mr. Grandpappy Will Allred. Where can people get a hold of you?
Hey there, you can get me at Wallred, that's at WALLRED at Gmail, and still X/Twitter, whatever that is. Blue Sky, Facebook, probably other social media that I've set up and forgotten about. But if you're looking and you can't find me, you're not looking that hard, because it's pretty easy to find me. If you'd like to check out the comics that I write, you could do that. Crossover Division is at crossoverdivision.com. We'll be launching issue 5 in January, so that'll be cool. And you can also check out Diary of Night at diaryofnight.com. And finally, you obviously have great taste because you're here listening to us, old codgers. You might even all love Marvel's Quasar almost as much as we do. And if you'd like to find out more, you can check it out at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org.
Seems like I'm getting a package every other day.
Just quickly, Phil, then Wonder Man versus Quasar. Who wins?
Oh.
We do.
Yes!
Good answer. Yeah.
Good answer. Yeah.
And again, if you want to listen to all episodes of the Quantum Zone, there's a whole playlist on YouTube, on the YouTube channel, so you can watch it, listen to them in order. All like 153 or 54 episodes. Yep, are on there.
We're about to surpass that on Sector 2814.
Yeah, by January, February, we're gonna go over that number. Yep.
Very cool.
As we talk.
Hopefully, Quasar will return and with a new series, so we can get some more episodes of Quantum Zone. Yeah.
Wendell. Al Ewing was playing with him a little bit in his Guardians of the Galaxy run, and then nothing since then. Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I got to play, Will? Right?
Yeah.
The Tom DeFalco. Okay.
They aren't even attempting to enter our orifices.
Star Blast.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Yes. And of course.
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
All right. Time for the new king of podcasting, Justin. If you enjoyed him here talking this Marvel story, you'll enjoy him every week on Marvel Tales, where him and I talk a different Marvel story every week.
This month we're talking Dazzler.
For the first 2 weeks of December. Yeah. Dazzler. Yep.
Nice.
All right, and then you can hear him, twice a month with me, him, and Tyler on Electric Mullet, speaking of the Superman podcast.
Some 80s Superman. Yeah.
That's right. You can hear him once a month on the new show with me and Russell, talking the new Transformers and G.I. Joe, all the new Energon universe. Oh, yes. Like transformation there. And, of course, you can hear him at the last episode of every month talking Jean-Paul Valley with me on We Are the Night. You're welcome. The podcast.
Yes, thank you. I feel vindicated. That's great.
Where we also talk Batman and Hee Hee Ha Ha Man, right?
Batman. My favorite character.
But that's
I've got nothing against him. I hope he beats him. I'm waiting for the day.
It could happen.
All right, but that's not all the podcasting Justin does. Where how do you spend the rest of your waking moments, Justin?
You can also find me twice a month, actually 3 times a month now, over at Gamma Charge, the strongest podcast there is, where Russell and I talk about the Hulk and She-Hulk twice or sometimes 3 times a month. We also have a Patreon. Do check us out there. And also, we can be found with our pal Ray and our other pal Sparky over on Predator and Prey, the Yocha podcast. Where we're talking about the brand new comic books, Wolverine versus Predator from Marvel, which by the time this episode comes out, there will be a brand new issue of it.
And there's a new series announced as well, just saying.
Yes, new series announcement as well. Very exciting. Also, Russell and I are doing a series called Gone the Form of Man, the Etrigan podcast, where we go back to Jack Kirby's original 1970 series of The Demon, and we're covering that in full. It's super fun. And last, but certainly not least, The Lost Library of Legends.
Yes.
By the time that this episode is out, there should be 4 episodes of that show. to listen
2
to,
years in
where
the making.
2 years in the making, where I delve into the forgotten and undiscovered comic books of the last 30 to 40 years.
Scream it! Giant sized man thing.
My favorite biscuit.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Oh, and the newest drop, his quintesson impression.
Oh, yes.
Guilty or innocent.
So what's more scary, Ray? That one?
Guilty or innocent.
Oh, don't play the other one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, don't you? I know the other one.
Your mother's a whore!
That's not even Russell's scariest anymore, you know?
I'd let Burt Reynolds my ass. I licked around the rim of Ronald Reagan's keister. Nom, 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 nom.
No, oh gosh. Play that one after.
He's cradling my nuts. He's cradling my nuts. You can slather up my cobra. Howdy, y'all. Howdy, y'all.
Oh my gosh.
I don't get variant covers.
That's when his true accent comes out. When he kind of
Spend
relaxes.
too much money on tobacco and Mountain Dew.
I don't know what you're laughing at, Justin. You're in business with that maniac. Thank you for joining us on this look at an alternate take on Wonder Man, where he does not change his clothes ever.
No.
Stinky.
Yeah.
That could have been a story point. It's like, you need the suit, you need to wear the suit 24/7 to like contain your ionic energy or something, or else you're just gonna like dissipate or something.
Was,
Nope.
I hope he at least took it off for the honeymoon. Jeez.
I know. Poor Wanda.
We literally don't see him wearing anything else in this issue. From the time he hooks up with Zemo to his death, it's like, hey, he's wearing that suit.
Maybe he's a trendsetter. Maybe that's what everyone wears.
He even got married in it. Jeez.
Yeah.
Cheapskate.
All right, kids, come back next time and keep wondering when we'll be back.
What a sign off. I love that.